you. No one else makes me feel this.
Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm hoping that you all are having a lovely day today. So today I am back at the channel with another speed build, but this time I am not creating an ordinary house. I'm actually creating a community lot for you all. I just felt like doing another community lot, and I was taking inspiration from a build that I've done previously. That was the sushi bar in Mount Komorebi. So I created a sushi bar located in an entire street, and I really loved doing that. That was the most fun I had in a long time, and I wanted to do something similar, but not with a restaurant, but with a cafe, and not located in Mount Komorebi, but here in Windenburg. So in Windenburg, we've gotten this really large cafe that I never play with, and I thought, let's spruce it up, make it a little bit more interesting, and also make it a bit more holiday themed, because I am in the holiday spirit. We are on the 2nd of December when I'm recording this. Don't know when you are all gonna see this video, but I am really just feeling the urge to go Christmas shopping and to drink hot chocolate with my family. And of course, because of the state of the world, we sadly can't do all those things right now. I'm actually staying at home. I'm not going shopping this year. I've been buying all my gifts online, which is very relaxing, but sadly not as fun as going shopping in real time. And because I really missed that, I thought, let's make an entire street here in Windenburg with a cafe. So this is a functioning cafe, but there are also 2 shops that I created as well, which are located in the street. So the first shop, where we have the large Christmas tree, they are gonna sell actually Christmas items. So they're gonna sell Christmas trees, nutcrackers, and toys and decorations and such. And then the second store that is right next to it is gonna sell knitting items. It started as like a toy store, but then I thought, no, someone actually owns this shop, and they are a they just love knitting, and they're knitting all these little toys and such. And I thought that was so wholesome to have someone with a shop that knits toys inside of this little street that I'm creating. And I also actually added in an apartment on the upper level, just one apartment, for if you do want to own this lot and maybe do like a knitting a knitting shop for yourself, because you could knit all the items and you can sell them if you actually want to, because this lot is functional as a shop as well. But the third house that I created in this street is also a cafe, and I did set it as a cafe when I uploaded this to the gallery. So if you just want this as a cafe, you can definitely do that as well. I've actually tested this lot I've actually tested out the lot, and it is functional as a cafe. Sims weren't being annoying. They actually stayed in the part of the cafe. They never really walked into the other houses, which is awesome. I mean, maybe 1 or 2 Sims went into the bathroom in the apartment, but other than that, they just really stayed within the perimeter of the cafe. They really liked sitting outside. That is what I definitely saw. Even when it's so cold right now, it's snowy in Windenburg, they still managed to sit outside with all of the chairs and stools that I added in there. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. I actually had a lot of fun play testing it and just imagining that I was the one drinking the hot cocoa outside of the street and not my sim. Yeah, I know that sounds a little bit sad, but it made me feel so much better than I was doing before I started building this one. So yeah, anyways, I'm hoping that you are gonna like what I created. Let me know in the comments down below, and also let me know what else of community lots I should create. I already asked this in a previous video, but that was like really not well looked at. So I've only gotten like 1 or 2 suggestions, but I would like some more suggestions for community lots that I could start building up in the future. Anyways, as you can see, the house or the street really took its shape. I love this shape so much. I got inspired for building this Christmas street also by a picture that I found on Google Images. It was a picture of a tiny like toy shop, a Christmas toy shop, and I found it so very cute, and that's where I got the inspiration on building this in Windenburg and building it in the style of Windenburg, because it really looked like a German little toy shop. And I know this is definitely not the best German building that I've done. It's not really as German, but it does feel very Windenburgy, if I can say that myself. So I do like how this one turned out. I love the large Christmas tree there on the left side. There will be another large Christmas tree on the back of the building as well, because I did want the back look to make it look cute, or as cute as the front. So there is a seating area in the back of this building for when you want to drink coffee right there, and also a large Christmas tree to give you that Christmassy feeling that I really wanted to create with the build. So what I also did for you all is I did change the weather. I will do that in the very end of the video, and I will change it to summertime, and I do make sure that all of the terrain or the tiling was looking great underneath the snow, and that all the roofs were painted, so that when you are playing this and it turns back into summertime, it still looks very cute. I mean, in my opinion, this looks really nice even when it's summer. Yes, there are a lot of Christmas trees, but you could maybe set or think of this as like a Christmas town, a whole year round Christmas town, maybe, you know, an area where you can shop for Christmas items the entire year or something like that. I mean, do those exist? I actually don't know. But I just thought that it looked very nice in the summer as well. And that made me very happy, so that I could definitely use this whole year round with my Sims in game. So yeah, as you can see, I'm doing a little bit more detailing. I did try to add in as much details as I possibly could at the front of the street, just so that it looked really inviting and a little bit more realistic. So I'm adding in shop signs. I did make them a little bit larger. I'm also adding in this hot coffee sign on top of the roof where we're gonna have our cafe. And then I'm also gonna change that window there where I placed that bench. The bench is gonna disappear, the window is gonna disappear, and the window is actually gonna turn into a oops, I'm sorry, I knocked my mic. But the window is gonna turn into a door, so the access point for the cafe is actually gonna be at the front and not the side. I did want it to make a little bit of a focal point as well, and a side entryway is just boring if you're, you know, creating screenshots. So I do change that around, and I also make this a little bit bigger. At this point, I'm struggling with adding in a staircase, and yes, I could have done a ladder, but I really wanted a upstairs seating area as well, a little bit of a cozy seating area. And now, as you can see, it's so small, I can just fit in 2 bathrooms, and that's just not what I was going for. So I do change this around, and I make it a little bit bigger, the upstairs and the downstairs, and I also create an entire patio at the front and the back for sitting and drinking coffee. But for now, I'm still figuring it out at this point. I'm also adding in some bins and such. And then here, starting with the front porch, like I said, I had an epiphany, and I was like, no, Mona, we need a seating area outside. And that is what I'm doing right here. I'm also using a few windows and doors from the Magic Pack. What is that pack called again? Practical Magic? No. Oh my gosh, I forgot the name, but you guys know what I mean. The pack with all the sages and the wizard in it that we've gotten. The Realm of Magic. I think that is the pack name. Oh my gosh, I don't know. Anyways, I'm digressing. I am using a window and a door from the pack, and also a few wallpapers. They just really fitted in quite well with the build and with the style that I was doing. And I love the the LED, how do you call it, that gloss and LED window and doors. They looked so phenomenal, and for the exterior point of view, it's a real eye catcher and definitely something that I needed to catch your eye when I would, create a screenshot, because screenshots need to look pretty too. So I liked the two doors, the door and the window that I used here in the build. I also added in a lantern, as you can see, but I am hiding the poles of the lantern because the wood color didn't correspond with the wood colors that I was using. I'm using a very dark wood color, and the poles were actually light brown, so I covered them up with other poles so you don't even see them. And then this is me extending the back a little bit, just so that we've gotten a bit more space to work with. I'm also making sure that the roofing is on point, and now I'm moving everything around, and I'm also even taking a little bit of space of the building on the left, so the upstairs can be even just a tiny bit larger than it looks right now. So anyways, this is the bathroom right here. I decided to go with 3 bathrooms or 3 toilet stalls and a sink, just because I don't know why. That is the amount of space that I had, so that is what I did. And as you can see, I made the upstairs a little bit larger. I'm eating into the house next door, but I figured that I only was gonna do like 1 apartment, so we had enough space to play with. And this is gonna be the upstairs, how do you call it? The upstairs cafe area. So your Sims can sit here. I am gonna add in a fireplace, so it is gonna be very cozy and warm. And I actually had one Sim autonomously light the fire upstairs, which I thought was like really fun. She was almost freezing to death, so that's probably why she turned on the fire, because she was in her summer clothes. I don't know why she was there in her summer clothes, but she was. No, it was not my Sim. My Sims aren't that stupid. They walk around in their winter clothes, thank God. But yeah, I was afraid that she wasn't gonna die, and she was turning blue. But then all of a sudden she started walking up the stairs, and she lit the fireplace, which I thought was amazing, and that made me giggle and also very happy. It's so weird how happy this game can make you sometimes, especially when you're having like a really, really rough week like I am. It just makes you so much happier, this game. So yeah, that was really fun to see. Anyways, as you can see, I am decorating the entire cafe in a Christmassy vibe, because it's Christmas in my Sims game, and it's gonna be Christmas for the upcoming month. Yes, I have my seasons set on long. I don't always do that, but I do change my seasons depending on how I feel and play, even my lifespan. Sometimes I will set them long, sometimes I will set them normal, never short though, and sometimes I make my Sims even not aging at all. And yes, this is all in the same save game. I like to play around with the lifespans. Sometimes I do want them to age up naturally, and then I let the lifespan go, and then when I am to a point that I'm happy with their age, I will stop my lifespan again, if you know what I mean, and then I will play a little bit more on that on that age, and then I will change it up again. It's so weird. I know I play really weird, and that's the same with seasons. I went and did the Rags to Riches gardening challenge, and in that challenge I had my season set for 2 sim weeks instead of 1 sim week, and I found that a little bit more challenging, especially when it was winter time and I needed to garden, but also definitely more fun. And at this point I'm setting an indefinite winter time, just so that you know. Anyways, as you can see, I finished the cafe area, and now we're gonna continue with the shop. So I have to do 2 shops. The first shop that I'm doing is the knitting / toys shop. We're gonna do a counter, of course, with a cash register, just so that you can use this if you want to. And then I'm gonna fill this up with as much love to knit. No, that's not the pack. Nifty knitting items as I possibly could. I actually did vote for love to knit. Fun fact, for when we needed to knit. No, we didn't need to knit, Mona. When we needed to vote for the name, I went for love to knit just because it sounded really fun and stupid, and I don't know, it fitted in with what I felt the pack was gonna be, but sadly Nifty Knitting won, and I never had a feeling with that, with that pack name, and that's why I'm still using it or calling it Love to Knit. But anyways, I'm making this area chock full with knitting items. So we have all our toys, we have some knitting baskets. I'm adding in some balls of yarn, of course. I mean, yarn is important when you're knitting, so I'm making like a little row with different colored yarns, and I'm also gonna add in other items here on the back shelf, like snow globes. Maybe those are collectible snow globes, and you can buy them here in the shop. And then also some cacti, because I love cactuses and they look so very cute, and I couldn't place them on a table, so I'm doing it like like this. And a little Grim Reaper as well, because I find the Grim Reaper really, really cute. So yeah, that's it. We're almost done with this shop, and then we're gonna move on over to the Christmas shop, which is a very, very small shop, definitely not functional. I mean, you can walk in there, you can be in this shop, but I don't know what you would sell. Maybe the Christmas trees, because I have 4 Christmas trees in here, with the backstory that yes, they do sell Christmas trees, they sell nutcrackers here, but I don't know what value this would have if you would use this as an actual shop, because everything comes from the catalog. So maybe if you mark it up like 200 times, then yes, you will double the money in the shop when you buy this all from the catalog. But I really liked the idea of having a Christmas shop within my Christmas shopping street. We just needed a little shop with some Christmas items, and that is this shop right here. So we have nutcrackers, we have like these little tin mans or whatever they are. I don't know what these are. I mean, I know the nutcracker, and that's all I know. And I know the nutcracker not because of the ballet recital, but because of Barbie. I'm so awful. I've only watched the Nutcracker with Barbie. There is a Barbie with the Nutcracker movie. And that was the first one I saw. And then later on, Disney herself, or Disney, also had a Nutcracker movie. And then I also watched that, but I don't think it's called The Nutcracker. I'm not sure, but yeah, anyway, that one I watched, but I've never actually watched the traditional, ballet recitals. I actually don't know where the Nutcracker comes from, but yeah, Barbie, what can I say? Anyways, we're almost done with the build. Here we are in our apartment. So the right side of the building is the cafe, and the left side is gonna be the apartment. And if you want to enter the apartment, you do need to own the shop downstairs, because the entryway is through there. I do make a little hallway so that your Sims don't walk right into the living room. No, there is a little hallway with a door, so if you want to lock the door for customers, you can, just so that you know that you can make them not go in the apartment. And if you're just gonna use this as a cafe, so you're not gonna own it, just delete the door in the hallway when you placed it on the lot, and then your Sims will not go in here. Never, not even when they're tired, because there's no door, so they can't go in here. Just a little tip, if you're just using this as a cafe, delete the door and you will be fine, and this could be all aesthetically pleasing for your eyes only. Anyways, I am decorating the living room in a Christmassy feel, because it is Christmas in The Sims, and I'm going with this gorgeous green wallpaper that we've gotten with the Realm of Magic game pack. I really like this wallpaper. I don't know why a lot of people don't like this wallpaper, but I love this wallpaper with the little flowers, and I love it in multiple colors. So I thought, let's use it here in the living and kitchen and dining area, and it feels, a little bit like it belongs with the aesthetic of the entire street. I also decided to create a bathroom in the tower, because who doesn't want a towery bathroom? I mean, I do. So yeah, that's what I did. And then here adding in lots of little, you know, tiny little things just to make it feel very Christmassy. I also add in a tiny dining table, and this living room or this entire apartment did need to feel like maybe an elderly couple was running the shop downstairs. That is what I was going for, like an elderly couple who loves knitting and they own a shop downstairs, and this is their apartment, you know, above the shop. That is what I was going for. So I'm hoping that you all like what I did. So we're gonna do the back of the house right now. Yeah. Okay, so I'm making sure that all the windows are placed exactly where they needed to be, and then we're gonna make like a large patio area, and I'm gonna place the 2 benches on there and then a large Christmas tree, and then we are done. And we're also gonna change this into summertime just to make sure that all the pavements and roofing is correct. So that is what we're gonna do like in a few moments. So let me see. I'm stretching the time right now because it's almost done, the video. So yeah, I make a little patio area. You can change up this patio if you want to. I just have 2 benches here, but if you require more seating areas, you definitely could create you know, little chairs and stools there instead of the 2 benches. But I liked the idea of having 2 benches there on the back side of the building, and also some lanterns, which I think looks really cute. So as you can see, I'm now doing the border of the lot. I'm making sure that the tiling is on point, and doesn't it look really cute in summertime? I really like this look in summertime as well. It looks gorgeous in winter, but in the summer it also has a Christmassy vibe as well. So yeah, I love that. Anyways, we're at the end of the video. You all, y'all. Oh my gosh, I really need to stop talking. Anyways, if you liked the video, please leave your likes if you liked it. And if this is the first video that you're watching and you like what you're watching, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that we would never ever miss a video of mine. That's it, y'all. I'm hoping that you have an awesome day wherever you are, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.